Hi, seventh grade students. My name is Mrs. Glazier, and I'm one of the counselors here at Utah Online School. I am a school counselor for students with last names A through G. Ms. Davis is counselor for students with the last names H through N. And Mrs. Sullivan is a counselor for students with last names O through Z. So I would just like to share the seventh grade CCR information with you so you can plan for eighth grade. So some of those classes that will be required for eighth grade are Language Arts 8, Math 8, Science 8, U.S. History, and Business Digital Literacy. You will all receive one of these eighth grade placement forms. And then our amazing secretary, Miss Atwood, will be reaching out to you to help you with any questions that you have about classes and to help you make sure that you have the elective there that you would like. This only gives 5 classes each semester on the placement. If you would like to take 6, you're more than welcome. If you want to add an elective for each semester, that is fine. So what is an elective? So we have a lot of electives to choose from. And really, electives are classes that are required. So when you go to graduate from high school, Utah Online School requires that you have 5.5 elective credits. But really, these are classes that you get to choose. So you don't have to take a certain class as an elective. There's certain categories that you have to take for each elective areas, but you get some freedom in choosing those classes. So we would really encourage you to look at our electives and think about something new you want to learn, or maybe something that you've always been interested in, because that will help you in deciding what classes you want to take in high school and maybe some that kind of tie into a career later on or, a college degree. So here are the electives that are offered for our 6th through 8th graders. We have art, coding, CTE. Some of these are the core areas. So language arts, math, those are the required classes. But for example, if you really like art, you can click here on art and it gives you a couple of options that you can take as an 8th grade student. So we have exploratory arts, art foundations, general art. And again, you can just click here on view info and that'll give you more information about the class. So there's quite a few different areas to look at. Again, these are your core classes: language arts, math, and science, and social studies. Our core classes, we do have PE classes, as well as Spanish speakers if you are interested perhaps taking Spanish later on. So anyway, please choose something that you would be interested in and learning more about, because that will help you prepare for high school level classes. Okay, some of you have maybe heard about taking classes for high school credit, which is something a lot of our Utah Online students do. So starting in the 7th grade, students can actually earn early high school credit. There are a few reasons to do this. Some students may want to have a flexible schedule in high school and focus on college credits. Some students may want to graduate early. Some may just want to have a lighter schedule. Maybe you have extracurricular activities or something like that that are that you do each year, and so you'd just like to have a lighter load during high school, so you're not so busy with high school classes. So if you think that high school credits would, earning those high school credits early would be a good option, please check with your high school counselor. Again, me, Ms. Davis, or Mrs. Sullivan, and just see if that's something that would be good for you. Again, the one thing you really want to think about when taking these early high school classes is that they will be added onto your transcript. And a transcript is what colleges look at for scholarships. It's basically, like the record that kind of follows you. So make sure if you are wanting to take a high school level class that you're prepared to have that grade be on a transcript. So again, the link to our high school classes is here. And you may even want to just start off with, an easier class that maybe isn't like a core class, maybe an art class or a music class. One really good option that we do have is if you're already taking piano lessons or violin lessons, we do have independent music studies right here. And you do need to be enrolled again in private lessons with a piano teacher or whatever. And then you just need to turn in your hours. Like you have to practice 150 minutes a week, turn that into the teacher. Plus, you have to do a midterm performance as well as a final performance that you just video and send to the instructor. And that will get you early high school credit. So that's always a good option. But again, there's a lot of different options. If that's something you're interested in, please just check with your high school counselor to see if that's something that would be beneficial for you. Okay, some of you maybe are already thinking about college and how you're going to pay for college and scholarships and all of those things. Again, as I just mentioned, most colleges look at your grade point average. So they're going to look at your grades overall for high school. That's going to be probably the very first thing that they look at. And a lot of scholarships for each university are based on just that. I've linked here our scholarship and financial planning page. And again, this might be just something you want to just kind of look at and maybe make a plan for high school. So we do have our district scholarship search. And the thing that's kind of nice about this is it sorts all of the scholarships by month. So for example, right now it is, November, December. So if you wanted to look at November, the thing you might want to pay most attention to is the grade. So a lot of these are just for seniors or, juniors. But if you wanted to maybe take a deeper look, there are some that do have, grades 5 through 12. So you as a 7th grader going into 8th grade could apply for some of these. So again, just something to be aware about as you are moving forward. I do want to reference to our Utah Online website because it does have a lot of information on it. So again, we just went to the scholarship page on that. But if you have questions about our courses, right here on our homepage, that tells you the courses for middle school as well as high school. And it'll be linked in this Prezi as well that I'll be sharing with you. If you have questions about, for example, if you want to look into colleges that maybe you're really interested in being a surgeon. So you're like wondering what college even, where would I even go? So we have under here where it says more, you'd go into career. And then right here where it says find your program of study, you could type in surgeon. Let me see if I can spell right. And then it's going to bring up different institutions that offer. So this one has a rehabilitation science at Weber State. But again, it's going to bring up, if you were more specific, it's going to bring up more, like if you wanted to be an elementary teacher. Again, it's going to bring up all of the places that have that degree. And you'll notice some of them are just a transfer degree. And then there's the bachelor's degree. But anyway, our website is loaded with tons of information. If you want to check it out, you can pretty much find like the graduation requirements. Again, that's something you'll start worrying about in 9th grade, but it gives you an idea about what's required for high school graduation. Basically, probably all of your questions can be answered by our website. And again, our counselors are here to answer any questions that you have as well. So what to look for next, you will each be receiving this 8th grade student placement. And what you will do is you will just type directly onto this form whatever elective you want to take. Again, if you wanted to add an elective to the first semester, just go ahead and add another line there. And maybe you wanted to take that independent music studies class. So again, you can just type on here whatever class you're wanting to take, and then it's shared with your high school counselor so we can enroll that for you for next year. So be watching for that. Mrs. Atwood will be contacting you to just, make sure that you have that filled out, that you don't have any questions. And know also that there are, like, if you're in a seventh grade honors class right now for like language arts, make sure you just indicate that here because we will register you directly off of this placement form. So again, if you're in an honors class, just make sure you indicate that the language arts or math or whatever would need to be an honors class for next year. So I hope that answers some of your questions. Again, always feel free to reach out to any of us. We're here for you. And we look forward to working with you more as a Utah Online student. Thank you and have a great day.